Hello, my friends. Before we begin, I kindly ask you to subscribe to my channel. This helps me a lot to grow and bring more content to you. I sincerely hope that some of these topics can, even just a little bit, help. So let's get started. Let's be honest here. Do you go to work listening to background music, either on the car radio or with headphones? If I had to guess, I'd say your playlist starts with sad songs on Monday and by Friday it's all happy songs. Well, if that's the case, it's quite similar to mine, but what I want to make clear is how important music is in our daily lives. Imagine taking the bus every day without that background music to imagine yourself in a movie scene. It would be terrible, wouldn't it? Today, I'd like to talk a little about music and its effects on our days. I don't know about you, but for me, music has always been fundamental. I've always thought it had the power to dictate mood and even the speed of actions, conversations, and even thoughts. Since calm music brings a sense of serenity and energetic music leads us to excitement. But did you know that besides doing these basic things, music can also play a fundamental role in intellectual development? Perhaps at some point in your life, you have heard about those people who play classical music for babies. This is not just because the parents like classical music, but because it plays a role in the development of the little ones. And this is incredible, thinking that sound stimuli have so much to offer us, right? Now, I will talk about some musical styles and mention some of their effects on us. Let's start with classical music, which has a cognitive effect, improves our concentration capacity, and favors our logical reasoning and even mathematical skills. Jazz also has a cognitive role, but a bit different. It favors our creative capacity and even innovation. And of course, participating in a jam session or listening to live jazz helps with our socialization. Rock also has its role. It can help release that pent-up anger, often bringing a feeling of liberation. And talking about our favorite bands helps us feel a sense of belonging. Electronic music, with its intense rhythm, is great for physical activities like going to the gym or running. It stimulates us to maintain concentration in repetitive activities and motivates us. And finally, listening to ambient music can very well create a relaxing environment, greatly reducing stress and anxiety. These were just a few styles. There are many more. Imagine how many dynamics can be developed through music. Music is one of the oldest and most universal forms of art, having been practiced by all cultures throughout history. But what is special about music that makes it so profoundly human? The answer may lie partly in the way it touches our brains. When we listen to music, many parts of the brain are activated, including exactly the same parts that respond to emotions, memories, and movement. This explains how music can make the clearest memories and emotions seem like real occurrences. Music is even capable of synchronizing the release of dopamine, a neurotransmitter that plays a role in making us feel good and rewarded, thus increasing our well-being and mood. The health benefits of music are extensive. Studies have shown that music can reduce stress and anxiety, improve mood, and even reduce pain. In clinical practice, music therapy is used to help in the post-operative recovery of patients, assist in the treatment of chronic diseases, and improve the quality of life for patients with dementia. Music even enhances cognitive function, particularly attention and memory. But be aware that music must be listened to at a level that is not too high because it can be harmful. Repeated exposure to very loud sounds can cause permanent hearing damage and therefore hearing loss. Additionally, repeated exposure to loud music can result in tinnitus or ringing in the ears. The complications can have long-term detrimental impacts on quality of life, where the mere ability to interact is limited due to the inability to hear. Speaking of music in relation to Stoicism, we find a similarity in that, in both cases, there is a quality. And Stoicism, the philosophy of emotional moderation and acceptance of the uncontrollable, has an ally in music. Music is perhaps the means by which one can achieve a state of serenity and inner satisfaction that allows us to deal with the ups and downs of life with greater balance and reason. In summary, music is a really good influence on humanity, a vehicle for the development of emotional and physical responses, but it must be respected in terms of limits so as not to harm listeners' health. Let's continue to listen to music, but with limits on intensity and with many breaks. And you, what is your favorite style? What do you feel when you listen to it? Tell me in the comments. Thank you so much for watching our video. We appreciate you taking the time to tune in and hope you found the content valuable. If you enjoyed the video, please give it a thumbs up and consider subscribing to our channel for more insights and tips on living a fulfilling life. Your support means the world to us.